Yo, it's another fucking podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent Adventure, episode 33. This week, we're going to talk about...
Josh Gordon going to the Patriots and becoming a Super Bowl champion.
NFL kickers, or the lack thereof.
The Knicks, and what would they do next season?
I forgot to do the intro, me and Marcus just realized, so here we go. That's right! That's right! Because it's another fucking podcast! Yeah! We're done. Yo, it's another motherfucking podcast with your boys Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent Adventure, episode 33. That's right, we're here with your boys Bill, James, and another motherfucking guest podcast with your boys at Big Homie Grimm. And we got another special guest today in from the Ratchet Midnite podcast. It's your girl, Cree.
What up, y'all?
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. That's motherfucking right. Hashtag that's right. This is the #1 podcast in the nation, the motherfucking world, and the universe. Like and subscribe. You bitch, you. Here we go. Today. Let me get this motherfucking board because we gotta make this shit shake. I'm about to light this blunt. God damn. This is a little heavier than I thought it was.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
I grabbed it, I was like, I'm doing pull-ups, man.
I need to go do some push-ups after that one, bro.
Assist.
Okay.
You know what?
So everybody's all acquainted. We all met each other. Everything's great. Everything's cool. Let's talk about this motherfucker Vontae Davis. I'm going straight into it.
Bam.
Vontae Davis, he quit, but I won't. We here for you. I'm not even gonna leave in the middle of this podcast. I'm not gonna do it. James, when you saw your text message on your phone, Vontae Davis quits in the middle of the game.
Retires.
Goes home, took a shower, put his shoes on, left. What was your first reaction?
I thought it was a prank. I was like, oh, another fake Adam Schefter broke another news story. But then I read into it, and I had some mixed reviews. Look, if you don't want to play football, which is the most dangerous sport probably ever, you really put yourself and a lot of people in danger. I mean, people can die on a football field, and if your mind isn't right and you're not aware, people can get hurt. Mm-hmm. Maybe he shouldn't have said I retire. Maybe he should have faked an injury, or like, yo, I have a stomach ache, guys.
You should have lied.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of puts everyone else on like, what the fuck? Are we still playing? What the fuck is going on? Now, granted, the team isn't all that good, but you gotta show a little bit of respect to the guys you're going to war with.
I mean, I feel the same way. Cree, how did you feel when you heard about Vontae Davis taking a little halftime time out? Going to the house. Maybe he forgot something. Maybe.
I thought it was a bitch-made move. I honestly did. Like, nigga, what?
I mean,
what? A bitch-made move. Football is a physical sport. It's not just a sport, but it's a brotherhood. It's a great franchise. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you showing people at home? Well, it was a bitch-made move. He should have never did it. Like I said, I do agree with the whole injury thing. Like, he should have faked it and, thought about it. But a bitch-made move. That's just my point of view.
Bingo.
Marcus, how did you feel when your boy Vontae, hey,
Pulled this bitch move.
Bitch-made move.
Where are you gonna go? Bitch move or boss move?
What was
We're gonna play a new game. It's a new game. I just created a new game on Bill, James, and Tig'S.
You need a little bit more information. Okay. So, it was at halftime, right?
Yep.
At halftime,
Yes.
28-6.
It was a blowout.
Like that.
Blowout, like a tire on the freeway.
Mm-hmm. Like
Well,
it's a tire on the freeway at 200 degrees outside.
200 degrees outside, and your tire blowout. You ain't gonna keep driving, is you? You ain't gonna keep driving. Your car overheat. His body might overheat. He said, I'm done. He said, man, y'all out here got me playing this game with this team. This coach is garbage. We ain't got no kind of defense besides me. We ain't getting no kind of offense. The kicker out here, he's making our points for us. Mm-hmm. We might as well just let them play. I mean, Did he get paid for half the game?
Ooh, he got paid for the whole game because you
Oh,
played.
he got paid for the whole game.
Bro, he got paid for the whole
He
game.
got paid for the whole game.
He wasn't suspended.
He got paid for the whole game.
Whole game.
Man, I'm
60 minutes.
So is it a bitch move
Boss
or a
move.
boss move?
No, bitch, move. You can't say that. So you would quit in the middle of a game. You would quit.
If I had amassed
quit?
over $52 million,
I dropped out of high school.
In your sophomore year.
I got a little bit in the third quarter, actually.
There you go. You know, you faked an injury.
I was out of there.
See, this is my thing. I'm gonna touch on
Out
some
of
shit
there.
that you touched on, James, because Vontae. I agree. If you're out there in the NFL and you don't feel like you want to play, or you don't feel like you're into the game, you can get yourself hurt or hurt somebody else. Mm-hmm. And when you get hurt out there, it's a life or death situation most of the time. Like, you could die on the field. We've actually had deaths on the field in the NFL's history. Now, do I think it was that kind of situation?
No.
No.
No,
No.
I don't think it was that kind of situation. I think it was the kind of situation. This is the only time I could excuse a situation like this. Now, if he had been on the Bears even,
Or on the drugs, even.
or if he'd have been on some drugs. But if he'd have been on a team like the Bears, the Broncos now, the Lions, I would have said, man, nah, man, you fucking up. You're fucking up, man, because this is an organization that put their money into you, yada, yada, yada. I was like, look, the Bills are fucking terrible, man. They are terrible. They're so bad. They've traded away their only viable quarterback option. They traded away, in less than a year, they've traded away 2 viable quarterback options because Tyrod Taylor was traded. Mm-hmm. A.J. McCarron was traded. They traded Marcel Darius. They traded Sammy Watkins. No, they let him go. They let everybody
Robert
go.
Woods.
Tyrod.
Yeah, they let everybody go.
That was the best one.
If I'm Vontae, I'm like, shit, how come I didn't get traded? That's what I'm saying at halftime. Damn.
Am I that good?
Am I that good out here?
Yeah.
But he's not that good anymore. The first play of the game was him getting blown by. So I don't know. I felt like Vontae, I turned down the job last week. I turned down the job yesterday just because Vontae.
That's when he got that card.
Vontae.
It's a boss move to do it to the owner or whatever who's like wasting a year of your career, but a bitch move to your teammates.
Exactly. Agreed.
But this is my thing. This is what I think his
Those are coworkers, not teammates.
right. And this is what I think his
Hell no. Motherfucker, we family now.
yeah. If I seen your ding-a-ling, you are definitely like a
We
teammate or
family.
something.
Hard
Exactly.
knocks happens on every
A
team.
lot
You
of
just don't see it
secretaries have seen
on.
dinglings, and they are not teammates.
That's why they buying them purses and setting them up.
Right,
They traveling.
exactly.
They,
But
They-
see,
they coworkers
I think
then.
that there are more because the offensive line had a lot of problems in that game, and there was one, I forget the dude's name, but he's the right tackle. He literally, he was the right guard. He went off on the center and was going off on the entire offense.
I
He was
saw,
like,
yeah.
"What the fuck is going on? Let's go, let's go!"
Yeah, I remember that.
I can hear him on the fucking TV saying, "Let's go."
And
So
then
that
they gave-
means that team is not together.
And then they gave up a sack. And then
And then right after that, what happened in that play? The center didn't snap the ball.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody on
yeah.
the offensive line moved except the center. And the center turned around.
Oh,
Quarterback Josh Allen, he looking back like, "Hey man, you was supposed to snap the ball."
he broke it in my nose, coach.
So anyway, I'm gonna give Vontae a pass until we find other things out. But so far we got. You didn't say boss move or bitch move.
That's it. Boss
He
move
did.
Boss move
to the boss. Bitch move to his teammates. Dude, imagine you're out there, you're playing your ass off. Maybe you're a young guy, and then one of the veterans who's supposed to lead your locker room just retires. That puts you in a weird
I'll take
situation.
it.
Puts you in a
I'll
Finish
take
the
weird.
this.
game.
I'll
Finish the
take
game.
this.
Say that for after the game.
I'll
Okay,
Finish
so
the game.
if he had left, I'd be like, man, I
So
know why he left.
Somebody got to step up.
Shit, look out here, look out here. That's why he left.
I am weak-minded. I need a veteran there. So that's just my insecurities right there.
Hey,
And
he
speaking
was
of
done.
insecurities, we're gonna go to Antonio Brown, who's been a little insecure, listening to too many tweets. Motherfuckers is mad.
He retired.
Well, no,
Didn't show up to work.
today this fool didn't show up to work.
They coworkers.
You know what?
I'm telling you, they coworkers.
This is a business.
He didn't
These
show
are
up
my
to work
coworkers.
because he's salty because a former official of the team, a former
Oh, I saw that.
PR person for the team said that Antonio Brown wouldn't be as good if he didn't have Ben Roethlisberger.
In my feelings.
In my feelings, that's an in my feelings quote. What if
Well, he responded.
he did? He said, "Okay, trade me,
Let's
he
find
did.
out.
He did on Twitter. He
Let's
did.
and we'll find out."
They ain't gonna trade him. What?
Yeah.
You don't got that meant that I don't.
Well, he
boy,
wasn't.
stop.
It wasn't a trade request. It was like, hey,
It was like, fuck
if you
you.
feel that way,
Put it
Then
on
do
the
what you
table.
gotta
deal that way. You know what I mean? Come at me, bruh.
They ain't gonna trade that man.
Hell no. For what? They would have traded him last year when he made Mike Tomlin look like a goddamn idiot on live. Well, not live television. On Facebook Live. Let me correct myself.
It's
So say it's live. It's live.
It's not live TV though.
It's live.
It's not live TV. The checks are way better on TV.
and you don't risk your life.
Exactly.
You're gonna get laid out.
Exactly. 'Cause
Do
let me
that.
tell you something. I'd have fucked up Antonio Brown. You had my coach out here looking fucking backwards as hell. Fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But Antonio Brown didn't show up to work today. James, does Antonio Brown show that there's a problem in Steeler Nation?
Maybe, but wasn't it an ex-employee of the Steelers?
He is an ex-employee.
So who the fuck cares?
He's disgruntled.
Because he's like the guy.
coworker.
He's the guy who you see the most as a player. He's like a guy you see more than the head coach. As a player, this is a guy that you see more than the equipment guy or whatever. This is the reason.
He's not there anymore.
But I'm saying, so this guy just left last year.
Oh, okay.
So he has a personal relationship with this guy.
Sounds like he's salty.
Personal.
Yeah.
You all right? Oh yeah.
Out of all.
Oh
the
yeah, the
flavors,
guy, the tweeter,
Out of all the
I
flavors
ain't
in the
gonna say his
world to
name.
be, this dude decides to be salty.
salt.
Crazy.
That
I think this
Gatorade
whole
taste.
I think the Le'Veon Bell thing is in play. I think they're 0-2, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. They're
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, 1-1.
Still
Yeah. Oh, 1-1.
So I think, I wouldn't blow it out.
Shake on him.
I believe I did say at one point early in the offseason they wouldn't have a win at this point because
You were down on the Steelers.
down on them.
I do think he's probably one of the best wide receivers of all time, or he will end up being. He probably just needed a day off. He just played a hard game yesterday.
Ben Roethlisberger, he's going to have a tough week because he was also named in Stormy Daniels' biography.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What happened?
I don't want to go into it because
I'll tell
right.
you what happened.
he was.
I'll tell you
named-
what happened.
Threesome with Donald Trump?
No, you want to know what happened?
It's
What?
You wanna-
that.
Hold on.
Wait,
You want to know what
what?
happened? If it's Ben Roethlisberger, I can tell you exactly what
Oh,
happened.
I know.
What?
You want me to tell you the real, like what I heard from the book?
He
What?
raped her.
Right too.
No.
Stormy Daniels.
So the day after Stormy Daniels and Trump, or that day they hooked up, they went to a gala or something together, or she showed up to meet him there. He was talking to Ben Roethlisberger, and he was like, "Well, hey Ben, why don't you just walk Stormy back to her hotel room?" And he did. He walked her back, and then he stayed and lingered at the door and was trying to get a kiss and was knocking on the door.
Oh, God.
After she was already in there, and like after a while she left, and she said that she felt very scared and uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So no rape. So no rape.
No, but let me tell you something.
That guy is.
He has raped at least three women, and he managed to escape conviction because
Allegedly, he
raped these bitches,
He
and
allegedly
then he
raped
was
these
he was caught raping one of these motherfuckers, and guess what happened? They weren't able to acquire enough semen to prosecute. That is literally the only reason Ben Roethlisberger is not in prison.
Enough, so
on
that
him,
means they had some.
Oh yeah, they had all of
some.
his, and they had enough to determine
That
It was his.
that it was his.
Ain't that about a bitch?
I'm just telling you, this motherfucker right here is a raper. He raped her. That's my iced tea. You wasn't here for that, Cree. You wasn't here earlier, but that's my iced tea, and that's what I'm sticking with. He raped her.
So, Cree, what do you think of this Antonio Brown thing?
Yeah, that's real though. Back to
That's rough. I got to read that.
Read what?
Stormy Daniels biography.
Stormy Daniels.
Oh yeah, we had to get we segue in this, but that was a segue within a segue, and then James just brought it back.
Real bad. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll read the book. I'm ready to read the book.
I know. I'm ready to put this mic down right now. I'm about to do a Vontae Davis. I'm about to go read this goddamn book. I'm out here.
Let's hit up your local library right now. This is Reading Rainbow.
Entirely too much free time to watch the news. It's
So
got me in my face.
now y'all about the book. Y'all just stuck on the book. I'm gonna move on because I think the Steelers are in trouble, but not because of the offense. It has a lot to do with the defense because they just had
Historical.
an historical amount of points put on them, historical amount of touchdowns thrown. Pat motherfucking Mahomes, Pat Ferrari Mahomes. I said that last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said it last week.
That boy's throwing strikes out there.
This dude has all the weapons and just an eye. He hits anyone if they're open. I don't know what I don't know. Next Tom Brady is he's gonna break Peyton Manning's 50 touchdown season.
He already broke Peyton Manning's most
game
touchdowns in two games.
Yeah.
He already is looking off
And he's
receivers.
light-skinned. He's light-skinned. Barack Obama, God done sent us a nothing.
Drake done brought y'all all the way back.
Side note, fuck y'all light skins. Fuck them. I'm not light skinned, I'm chocolate.
Well, hold on. We got a light skin battle going on in here.
Light skin.
We got Wakanda versus
I'm red bone.
Libya in this motherfucker. Y'all done? Are y'all done? Don't
Y'all
fight.
not winning. Y'all not winning. Y'all not winning. I'm telling you. Side note.
Oh, well, let me tell you something. Pat Mahomes is winning. And let me tell you something else.
He is.
I didn't know Pat Mahomes was black until this year.
Until he started winning.
Thought he was white, but he didn't play a lot last year.
Hey, you didn't know.
There's also this thing called the helmet.
Oh, he's really
The helmet
light-skinned.
condition.
He's high yellow.
In NFL.
He's high yellow. Like
If you don't never see their face, then you don't know what they are, what they look like.
Was he half white?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he is.
don't know.
He's black. I don't give a fuck what half of the quarter and the quarter. He black. Okay?
The whatever bad part is, it's in his like left toe or something. Because that boy is out there throwing dimes.
He's
dropping
doing his
dimes.
thing. He is really doing his thing. I feel like he's doing everything Alex Smith done, and maybe even a little more.
Oh, yeah.
He's really doing his thing out there. You know, with Tyreek Hill and, you know, all the running regards that Kansas City has brought in. I think, you know, he'll make Pat look like, you know, that franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
Pat
he
can
has.
do that. Pat,
He has a
yes.
lot of weapons. I mean, you got Kelsey and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, they've
he's a
done
sprinter.
nothing but draft. The Kansas City Chiefs have done nothing for the last 4 years but draft 4 and 3 guys. You know, 4-3-40 guys. These guys are smoking everybody.
4-3-40 in pads, coach. Hey, we ain't talking about ain't no damn 40, run your 40 out here. Nah, coach, give me full pads. I'm gonna run this motherfucker 4-3-1. They ain't catching me. I wish they would catch. It's like a bullet at 10 yards. You want to catch that in the mouth? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, folks, right now.
No chaser.
Oh, yeah, that's right, man. Hashtag that's right. 'Cause I'm telling you right now.
That little boy's about 3'5" coming off the ground in a helmet, shoulder pads, about 4.5 feet tall, and he is running. He's running like he stole something, and his grandmama chasing him with that belt.
Yeah.
I picked them in the division to win that
Fast.
division.
Dude, these guys are gonna.
But I did not think they would be this good, James. I did not think they would
Dude,
be.
they might make the Super Bowl at this rate. I mean,
At this rate, it's gonna be. If we had to start the Super Bowl today or the NFL playoffs today,
you don't think so?
who's gonna be in the? I'm just saying. Hold on.
What defense
If we
is
started the
them?
playoffs today, fuck the records. I'm just talking about if we started the playoffs today.
Just off what we see.
Who
like, for
do
the
you
first
think
2
will be
games.
in the Super Bowl?
Ooh, the Jaguars and the Chiefs.
That can't be. They're both in the
Oh
AFC.
yeah, both of them. See.
No.
Ooh, I don't know, dude, because the Jags and the Chiefs. I
would say the Rams. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I would
Beast
say the
mode.
Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I believe it. I mean, there's definitely a path for that to happen.
I don't know, man. The
I'm
Jags.
not-
The Jags
like I
have
said,
that
like I
defense,
said.
baby.
starting today.
And Miami's defense with Minka out there, he's changed the whole game in Miami for their secondary.
They've played no one.
And they've beat both of them.
I'm just saying, the Kansas City Chiefs have gone up against what people would consider to be good talent, what people would consider to be, at least last week, challengers towards the Super Bowl Super Bowl in the AFC Championship at least. I have been heavy down on the Steelers because of their defense and because of what Ben Roethlisberger showed us last week was not really that good. He threw 60 fucking times last week.
Well, you don't have, Le'Veon Bell back there. Now you're not going to have Antonio Brown out there catching.
So to me,
Then Mike Tomlin, he said, hey, man, if y'all don't want to listen to me, bitch, I ain't going to coach.
Mike Tomlin's going to retire. You're going to pull Monte Davis.
Y'all call the fucking plays. I'm out of here. I'm just over here.
Oh, man. So, I think that, so the PR guy, he was talking shit about Antonio Brown. He must be sucking Ben Roethlisberger's dick on the side because what has Ben Roethlisberger been without Le'Veon Bell?
Absolutely. And his wide receivers in Super Bowls.
What has he been without a Mike Wallace or a Hines Ward or
Santonio Holmes,
Martavius Bryant, and all these future Hall of Famer wide receivers and shit?
Agree.
Where has he been? First of all, Cree, you don't know this. I hate Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Another quarterback
calls him
I hate.
out every episode.
Another quarterback I hate. Aaron motherfucking Rodgers. Oh yeah, I'm segueing through this motherfucker.
You're doing great.
Here we go again. It's another fucking tie. Somebody kissed their cousin all over again.
They're Kirk Cousins.
The Kirk Cousins. Hey! Ding, 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 ding.
Hey,
look, James just won a prize. I don't know what it is. We're gonna figure it out after the show.
Are we? Is there gonna be like some kicker camps now in high school to like really nail down how to be a kicker?
Let me tell you something. All the kickers that have ever been drafted, like drafted in a high draft, first or second round,
Flame out.
Terrible. They're all terrible. They're always terrible because you gotta have this grit, this gut, this fight, this dog in you. What that nigga Shannon Sharp said? Gotta have that dog in you. He ain't got no dog.
I hate Shannon Sharp.
He ain't got no dog in him, James.
I believe it.
I'm gonna say your name just like he say your name. He say Skip.
Skip.
Skip. Skip. Skip. James.
Skip.
James. James.
I know my name, man. Ask the question.
I'm telling you. I'm not asking nothing. I'm telling you. This boy. What you think?
Well, the kicker?
Well, yeah, we're going to stay in this game.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about all the kickers
All
that
right.
sucked it up this weekend. Not yet.
Not enough time in a day.
Not enough time in the day. But just the Vikings, Mike Zimmer, basically, he cut this kicker this morning.
Uh-huh.
Your thoughts?
Dude, we could hold this guy's hand all we want, but a kicker's got to kick, and if he can't kick, I'm sorry, you got to be out of the league. I hope you get better. I hope someone tries. Mental health thing is real, but until you produce, I'm sorry, I can't waste a 52-man roster spot on you.
Little caveat: those two kickers for the Browns and the Vikings kickers both they're the number 1 and number 2 all-time points scored. I mean, not points scored, but field goals made by kickers in college.
How?
Those two.
Just like the Tampa Bay guy a couple years ago.
Cree, your thoughts?
That's facts?
That's a fact. I found that out this morning.
Really?
That college post must be bigger than the NFL one.
But don't in their combine, don't they test for that? Don't we look at that? Ain't that why they're
You
on?
can't test for game speed, and those big boys in the game. You see, the thing is, in college, those boys have those numbers because they're playing in a conference that's not like the number 1 SEC conference or the big Pac WAC 12, whatever it is. And those number 1 kickers aren't being utilized in these conferences in the South because they have scholarships, and those scholarships are not going to be used on a kicker. They're going to be used on skilled position players.
Right.
So they're good for that conference, but whenever you get into the big leagues and those big, fast, the really best of the best are coming at you, not just mediocre, like mediocrity that you're playing every day. Those kickers didn't come from like Clemson or Bama or Washington.
They came from Arizona State. Arizona.
Going against
Oregon.
defensive backs who are going to be accountants next year.
And there's not any pressure on them to kick in major games.
Right.
In the SEC,
That's the real point.
I'll take kickers who have been in these college football playoffs all day, who've kicked numerous times in high stress environments with a larger group of players,
but maybe only hit 80% or something like that.
Who are going in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing
and those are the guys
every weekend that are going in the league. So you're automatically going against that speed and that caliber of player, not these,
to your point,
these 2-stars.
You got to have played in the big games. You got to have that pressure. You got to be able to play. And when a motherfucker's
Look at you.
400 pounds.
Look at you ashing all of yourself.
Ashing on himself and running down your throat when he's coming at you, what you got to do? You got to be able to stand in there and take the heat.
And kick that thing.
Exactly. So you got to be able. You know what you signing up as a man. You know what they paying. So do your homework. Do your education. Be on that field practicing kicking. Mm-hmm. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to be the kicker.
Now.
That's what he needed to practice.
Shit, I'll be damned if I'm a kicker and we down 3 and I could give my team this 3 and then have the whole world talking shit about me. No, I know what I'm up against, so I'm going to practice. I'm going to study who I'm going to play against.
See, that is the voice of someone who has had to struggle at one point in their time in their life. And majority of these kids are, let's just say it, Yakubian. That's the word we use on this show.
What does it mean?
Yeah,
White.
what it?
Caucasian.
Trust fund babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of these kids are white. And so then they go to these schools that don't have any adversity. Let me tell you something. You go to a school like Alabama and you miss a field goal that cost you the game, people drag your ass through the mud and you're 19, 18 years old.
At a bar.
You're going to feel it.
You're gonna, dude.
Yeah, no bullshit.
At Alabama, the kicker that missed these field goals, they went to his house.
They fucked his whole house up.
Like his front door. Boom, boom. Bring your ass outside, homeboy. The team, bro, yeah. Like that's what they go through. And in these other schools, they don't have the school. They don't have
spirit.
Alabama doesn't even have a professional team. Mm-hmm. They only have Alabama football, Auburn football.
And speaking of losing your motherfucking job,
hit me with that segue.
There's another motherfucking player that lost his job this week, probably. Cause Fitzmagic is out there. He's throwing things and making my picks suck, but I still enjoyed the show.
I don't know if he lost his job, but he might have.
Oh no, famous Jameis lost his motherfucking job.
He's still on the team, but he's got a new position, and it is warranting somebody.
He worked at the same company, but he got a different position.
Yeah.
Now hold on.
They moved him around.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, they moved him.
The Philly had some bad tackling in that game. They kind of
best defense in the league last year.
Did not play like it. They took some bad angles on one of that Deshaun Jackson long touchdown.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
You go look at all Deshaun Jackson's highlights, game film.
That's all he does is score touchdowns.
I'm saying. That's all people do when they O.J. Howard. Oh, you can go back and look at him in Alabama. That's all motherfuckers do when they try to tackle him. You hit the wrong angle. That's not hitting wrong angles. That's just motherfucking talent. Mike Evans? Oh my God. We just so happen to be talking about
O.J. Howard was
2 motherfucking SEC wide receivers.
I know he was that good.
And 1 balling ass Compton wide receiver. That's what we talking about right now. We talking about some dogs.
All I know is that Fitzpatrick is a gunslinger, has been his whole life. You could easily have a 4-touchdown game or a 4-interception game. But this next game against the aforementioned Steelers, if they win, Jameis is out of a job.
I don't know. I don't think the Steelers are gonna, dude. Right now, they got too much stuff up here to even.
So that's 3-0.
Tell them.
I don't know, man.
And I had the Steelers winning their first game this season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, that ain't gonna happen now,
dude. The Bucs, they have the best chance right now to go 3-0.
I agree.
Just based on what the other team's going through outside of talent. Like your number one, your star running back the number one running back possibly in the NFL is not there for 2 games. He's sitting out. And then your star receiver is sitting out because he's in his feelings, you know.
Because he shouldn't be on Twitter.
They don't need to be on Twitter. They don't need to be on social media looking at what other people. Who cares what somebody?
If you're sensitive, if you just sensitive, if you gotta respond to every fucking body that ain't bitch, you not making my check. Why do I need to? You bye.
Right.
Move around. No, you sensitive.
If I'm Antonio Brown, sorry Antonio, we on you. If I'm Antonio Brown, I'm like, was it a tweet from Mr. Rooney? No. Well then I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Did the tweet come from @Steelers? No. Then you shouldn't care.
This is why, as we know, sensitive LeBron James goes silent on.
Man, y'all gonna make me play some
on social media during the playoffs. He says, "I'm out."
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do.
LeBron actually doesn't even really use social media the way other people use it, and I think what he needs to do is tell these dudes what they need to do. He needs to put these dudes on game, man. Get somebody else to run your Twitter account.
Yeah.
You don't need to be that attached to your Twitter account. Why is you making $50 million in the next 3 years, but you ain't gonna like pay your homie to hold your phone?
Mm-hmm. That's what an entourage does. They protect you.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do. Apparently, that's not what they do because Antonio Brown got his hands all on his phone. He got his hands on his phone like Trump.
Okay.
He be sitting and shit tweeting and shit.
Right. Worrying about other people, what they got to say.
Just like Dez Bryant.
Got too much
I know he's not on the list.
Their hands to worry about what somebody
Dez
else
Bryant.
has to say.
This is gonna be a good segue right here. I know you don't think it's going to.
Push up.
Hit me.
It is because
Dez Bryant still doesn't have a job.
You know about Dez.
Still don't have a job.
I do
3 weeks.
know about that rude motherfucker.
Cree, see, you didn't know this, but here on this show, I predicted way back in the offseason that he wasn't going to have a job after he got cut this season.
You're not the only one.
What?
You're not the only
I
one.
wasn't the only
He's
one,
rude.
but I'm just saying, I thought he wasn't going to have no job. But because he's not good enough to have a job at this point in his career.
Well, you're crushing that already.
So I'm killing that one.
Do you think he's better than Josh Gordon?
And that was my segue, sir.
There it is.
Because Josh Gordon just got him a jab to the Patriots.
He got called to the big leagues.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I know it. I know it.
John Dorsey. Hey, player. I was fucking killing John Dorsey.
He took LeGarrette.
I was about to kill him on Twitter and all this shit. And I saw this. Oh, they about to cut him. They about to cut him. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be one of these amateur journalists. I'm a professional journalist now. We're professional journalists.
I can vouch for everything
You know
Bill's
what I'm
about to
saying?
say.
You know what I'm saying, Cree? Like, we professionals.
I agree.
So I wasn't about to overreact. Because cutting Josh Gordon would have been the most stupid fucking thing you could ever do.
Doesn't make any sense.
Putting it out there might have been the second dumbest thing they could have ever done because that kept calls from coming in that probably otherwise would have.
Second rounders, first rounder.
Oh, man. The New England Patriots just gave up a 5th round pick that if he doesn't play more than 10 games,
They get a
it
7th
turns
round?
into a 7th round pick.
Then they get a 7th rounder back.
Right.
So they might have 9 games of Josh Gordon and a 7th rounder for a 5th rounder.
And they might not have lost anything.
Yeah.
This is what this means. They might not have actually lost anything by getting Josh Gordon. And how about if he works out, they traded him for a 5th round pick.
20 touchdowns.
No, nobody be watching the 5th round of the NFL draft.
Nobody.
That shit come on the second day.
A conditional 5th round pick. Not it wasn't even like, hey, bro, we got you 5th round. We'll trade up for the first pick, first through. It's conditional.
Say, I'm not gonna sit here.
Condition though.
I'm not gonna sit here and talk about
that he doesn't go to rehab before they play, or that he's like gonna.
The conditions are if he doesn't, he has to play the 10 games.
Apparently, it wasn't a drug thing. It was like a commitment thing.
Yeah, wasn't it? You talking about Josh Gordon, the one that pulled his hamstring, right?
Yeah.
Yes, wasn't it?
Allegedly.
Wasn't it? It had nothing to do with NFL though. It was something with the whole training camp. It was outside.
Him
so
pulling
why?
his hamstring was due to a promo that he was doing for an unrelated team thing. So that means like Nike thing or some shit like that. He got paid.
Exactly.
He did a commercial, pulled his hamstring. So, but that seems to be probably a lie. That hasn't actually been authenticated yet. That has not actually been confirmed.
Because he would have got paid through an insurance claim by Nike or whoever he was putting on some kind of thing with, and then we would have known that happened. Like that always
What it
happens,
is
'cause
what's
you find
coming out.
who gets that big money.
What's been, because I'm y'all's insider. I do this. I do the work so y'all don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And according to ESPN's Josina Anderson, that she's been talking to everybody, and nobody is confirming that he pulled his hamstring. Thus far, no one is confirming anything except for the fact that since he came back from his long hiatus off of at training camp, he hasn't been the same. Hasn't been himself, quote unquote. Now, he was late to a Saturday meeting. Doesn't seem like something that you would cut him over. I am not seeing anything except for the fact that John Dorsey doesn't want to pay Josh Gordon, doesn't want to keep Josh Gordon, doesn't trust Josh Gordon, doesn't like Josh Gordon, so he just traded him. He doesn't know Josh Gordon. This is his first year as the GM.
That's what I'm saying. It's not it wasn't a drug thing.
Jim Dorsey.
It wasn't a drug thing. It's just I don't feel you're as committed to the team as I want you to be,
Right.
whatever.
Which makes Dorsey an idiot. Right? No?
He pulled Devontae Davis. He's like, I'm retiring you.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that make him a dummy?
I mean, that's not
No,
really.
but-
I think that's kind of like, in today's world, you quit a job and then your next job's usually better than the one you quit.
Exactly.
So right now, he low-key got fired, and then he just got picked up by a much better position.
It's a great situation for
Much
Josh,
better
in my
company.
opinion, and especially if he actually is serious about his craft right now. He can better himself and maximize his talent. He can become a force multiplier on this team and put them into the stratosphere.
And they don't have
But-
anybody over there anyways. Their
What?
number one receiver is Chris Hogan.
Boy, you
and
crazy.
And they haven't
'Cause
even
you-
thrown him anything
The number
all
one
year.
receiver
The last year was like Chris Hogan. The number one receiver
Gronkowski.
for the Patriots?
No, the number
Well,
one
besides
receiver
Gronk.
for the number one
Edelman.
receiver for the Patriots is Julian Edelman. He was hurt last year, and he is
Suspended this
suspended
year.
this year
No, I'm
for
saying
4
he-
games.
yeah,
but I'm saying when
was
he
hurt
comes back,
last year,
this is what people are
but
not
Chris
saying
Hogan
right
was
now.
number one for them last year.
Yeah,
He's their
this is what people are not
worst
saying right
receiver
now.
this year.
Your boy Julian is coming back.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna have to deal with them kind of problems. Him and Josh Gordon.
Yeah, Josh Gordon is like a bigger,
and
faster
Gronk.
version of Chris Hogan anyway, so I feel like it's not going to change too much of the offense. And the only person that's really going to be hurt is Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
How's he gonna be hurt? He's gonna now not get any kind of.
Well, Josh Gordon will be doing the go
Josh
routes.
Gordon's gonna get all the doubles.
I hope so.
And
He's
yeah,
gonna get all the double teams.
Super Bowl.
You still
Super
have-
Bowl.
You still have Gronk to get the doubles.
Yeah.
Oh man, who you gonna double?
There's not enough players on the
I'm
team.
going crazy over here.
That's crazy.
This is mostly so Eric feels all this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Is Josh
but
Gordon
I'm just so hype on that trade
Still good,
that I
though.
gotta talk about this other trade.
What happened?
Fucking up all my shit as well. Khalil Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack is fucking all my picks up.
He's good.
He's good, dude.
He's good. He's good. He is really good. Russell Wilson's offensive line, pretty fucking terrible though.
That whole team.
Did y'all watch the game?
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately.
1 no, 2 yeses.
Just Seattle does not look ready to play.
Well, their offensive line is just terrible.
Well, that's where the bell snaps.
They shouldn't have got rid of James Carpenter.
Well, since we all agree on that, on to another team with a terrible offensive line, the motherfucking New York Giants. Did y'all watch the Cowboys and the Giants play?
Oh, dude, the Giants.
Cree, are you a Cowboys fan?
No, hell no.
Texans.
Hell no.
What's your team?
Who's your NFL team?
New Orleans Saints.
That's right.
Saints.
I say it
Let
loud
people
and
know.
proud.
Let the
New
people know.
Orleans
Super Bowl
Saints.
champions 2009, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
2009.
yeah.
Correct.
And
correct.
thank God for them, they came through. We got one of them
Yeah.
picks right.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Man.
But that's my favorite team. I think
killing
they're gonna
us.
go to Super Bowl. And don't be talking shit.
No,
Because
Drew
I feel like
Brees.
you got something on your chest.
We got
Don't-
Alabama on that team, so we don't. We root for them. We root for them here.
Yeah.
That's the
we root.
closest team.
He's
that I-
also suspended. Mark Ingram,
Mark
which is to
Ingram.
me the reason they can't run the ball right now. They don't have a hammer. They got a finesse guy back there. They
catch
don't got
passes.
They ain't got the beast back
You're
there.
right.
Ingram's ready. He's game ready. He's been ready, and he's gonna be healthy. He's gonna run through that backfield. He's gonna be.
He been training with Chris Carter's trainer. He been training with Chris Carter's trainer.
And Kobe Bryant.
Bruh.
Everybody's been training with Kobe. I don't know what.
Seriously.
Everybody's been
Kobe
training
got
with
that
Kobe.
hand.
Candace
Kobe got that
Parker.
HGH.
No,
son.
He's got some.
What are
He's
you
got
talking
something.
about?
He's
He
got
go
those
over
little
there and get that.
microbots.
Bro, he got them goddamn nanobots.
The nanobots. Yeah, the nanites.
He got the nanites, and he got the
Nanites.
goddamn blood fusion shit
Man,
going,
Kobe-
and they got your
He
red
did
blood
get
cells.
the blood transfusion out, yo.
And then Kobe's gonna come back with KD. And we're gonna get off Kobe. We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we got one more topic before we jump over to that side of the world. And I just gotta talk about this because it's funny. Le'Veon Bell is out here living his best life right now. You know, the Steelers look bad, but Le'Veon Bell looks good, man. Getting him a tan, riding jet skis, hanging out with white boys. I think he knows. You know what I'm saying? Living his best.
Oh, those are
life.
freeloaders.
He don't
those
even
are
know.
freeloaders.
Oh no,
Probably
they ain't-
neighbors.
I don't think they're his neighbors. Yeah, I think
Like,
they're just
what
like
up,
really rich white people who happen to be adjacent to him. He's like, hey, pay my boy his money. That's what the white boys say. Pay his boy his fucking money. Like, what? Your boy? I never seen you before. I never seen him at one game. He's not even a part of Le'Veon's entourage. So I'm just asking y'all, do y'all think that the Steelers need to pay L. Bell like ASAP? Or do you think that L. Bell has the fortitude to just hold out for the rest of the season?
If I'm Le'Veon Bell, I would probably wait out the whole season. But if I'm the
already waited,
Steelers, I probably wait a couple more games because this James Conner is obviously not Le'Veon Bell, but he does have some moves. He has some spin moves, and he had a really nice catch on the left side. I think it fell out. He landed out of bounds, but the dude is not third string. He's borderline, and he's serviceable. So I'd say after they get killed by Fitzpatrick on Sunday, then maybe get,
They should start
maybe
moving
tweet
some
at
things
Le'Veon Bell
around.
at that point or something.
Like, we need you, dog. Come on, man. Come on, just bring your numbers down.
Yeah.
What can we do for you?
Cree, what do you think?
Hold it out.
Hold out.
Hold it out all the way.
Yeah,
All the
'Cause I
way.
think he's missing like $800,000 a day. I mean, a game.
A game.
Again.
Yeah, but might be getting $2 million a game next season from, I don't know, the 49ers.
Maybe.
You gotta think the long game.
You know what that sounds like?
And he's staying
That
healthy.
sounds like basketball money. So it's time to move on to the NBA.
LeBron James to Jimmy Butler. The Clippers out of the playoffs. The Spurs. Of course they're making the playoffs. Kobe to KD.
So I just
To LeBron.
again, people, it's right here at this motherfucking time. Do not think it's gonna be anytime sooner. This is the NFL's here, and then in October we're gonna start talking about some motherfucking baseball. That's what it happens.
Can't wait.
So
Love baseball.
check that shit out.
Talking about it
And,
all the time.
so first topic,
Fastballs.
we're throwing fastballs right now. Fast, big, orange balls. Jimmy Butler versus the big cat. Not Catino Mobley.
Winner of the big three, by the way. The champion.
Hey, shout out to Big Three. We're going to have to
Catino
start
Mobley.
covering the Big Three next year.
Yeah, nobody got shot this year. It was great.
It was great. And nobody pulled Devontae Davis
Nobody
like Allen
retired.
Iverson this
Nobody
year.
Well,
retired
actually-
twice.
Didn't AI like played and quit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't play and then quit.
Never showed up.
And then didn't show up, and then was like, "Yo, I'll coach the team," and then that was the compromise. So anyway,
You can coach.
That was our coverage of
you
the
can
Big
coach
Three.
from FaceTime.
Jimmy Butler is having some problems with the entire team. Apparently, this motherfucker met with the Minnesota Timberwolves today do y'all think that the Minnesota Timberwolves can get this shit together? Because I remind you that if Jimmy Butler doesn't get hurt at the end of the season, March, I believe, they would have been in like the 3 spot at the end of the playoffs, and instead of the 8?
8.
Yeah. So, Cree, your thoughts? Jimmy Butler.
Karl Anthony Towns.
I feel Jimmy Butler is a player that should be able to handle that. Why take it up to the higher power? You should be able to handle that. If not, move around. It has to be traded.
I agree, Marcus.
Overrated. Overrated.
Which one? Who we talking about?
Oh,
Jimmy?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. I can't
Yeah,
deny.
I'll piggyback.
Yeah,
This dude is acting like a superstar, and he's, I don't know.
you're doing too much. You should be able
just
to handle
another
that.
all-star.
And maybe that is
All-star.
what Karl Anthony Towns has been saying to him. Like, hey, bruh,
And he's a Slim Jim too. And
you're not even really that tight out here.
Seriously.
And you just lost all your cartilage in your knee.
So who's really the problem?
Jimmy B.
I would say Jimmy, and I agree. I think Jimmy should be able to get this kind of shit together. Like, hey, bro, you're not the guy you think you are.
Agree.
You're a great defender. You're probably underrated, actually, in the grand scheme of things. But he's overrating himself by putting himself out there like that.
Yeah.
So we just need to give out a big old chill pill to our homie Jimmy Butler. I know he listens. We know all these people listen.
There's no way he can be the best player on a championship team.
Man, I wouldn't want him.
No.
I wouldn't want him to like square up with me or nothing. But I'd beat the hell out of his overrated ass.
Do it for charity.
Hey, I'm down for that. I got that. I got money on that, actually.
And I'm gonna train like Deontay Wilder. I'm not running.
Outrun him.
I'm not. No.
Oh, not running.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder doesn't run when
I
he
see.
trains. He doesn't like jog. I'm not jogging.
I'm not joking. I don't do that.
Be in the gym, just
feet
punching
hurt.
a heavy bag.
All you need is one hit.
Dante Wilder, how tall is that motherfucker?
Like 6'7", I think.
think he's
6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
Still not as tall as the motherfucking unicorn, Porzingis the God.
No way.
Porzy.
Porzy.
Sick.
I like
Close to being overrated.
shoot basketball. Boy, you lost your mind.
If-
You know that he can literally dunk with his dick, right?
What point is it? What good is it? I can't even talk. What good is it if he can't even stay on the court?
He's only. This is his first injury.
Oh no.
It's technically I think it's his second.
I could have sworn he was out of
His second injury, but he
Sound
wasn't
like a-
really hurt that
sound like
first
a
time.
Brooklyn
He wasn't
Nets
hurt.
fan. Are you from Brooklyn, son? From Brooklyn B?
He wasn't even really that hurt
What's going
the
on
first year
here?
that he got hurt. And this year was a real injury. And this past season was a real injury, for real. But
I'd like to see a whole season before I rate this dude.
I think with Enos Cantor over there,
And Kyrie, because Kyrie.
Yeah.
Kyrie ain't going to the Knicks.
Boy, Porzingis.
No,
I mean,
he not.
I don't
No.
think he should because then, dude, the Celtics are just raw,
Yeah.
buddy.
Let's talk about what nobody's talking about. How good are the Celtics going to be?
Amazing.
With
They're gonna-
Hayward coming back this
If they're all healthy and they're all as like good as they were before they were injured, they're gonna be, dude. They are going to be fighting with Golden State.
Yeah, that has to be a shoe-in for the finals.
Right.
There's no one
Right.
else. I mean, there's
I
no one
think
else in the
so.
East.
For the finals,
Who else are they gonna have to beat?
the Rockets.
Well, she's saying to be in the
make the
finals.
finals. To make the finals. Yeah.
Yeah, to make the finals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Celtics got it all the way. They're gonna be in
So
top.
she's automatically saying,
Boston
Cree is
all the way.
automatically saying that
Rockets.
Rockets are going to be in the
So hold on.
finals.
So we've been hating on Carmelo Anthony pretty much the past 33 episodes. Can you as a Rockets
have
fan,
been hating.
can
I
you
like Carmelo
point out
Anthony. Lala's
the positives of this signing?
We're not gonna get to that because he pissed me off every time. I still, ugh. Back to your question. I'm sorry.
No,
You got me hot over
just
Carmelo.
if there's a mellow Rocket fan out there, maybe even yourself, can you talk them off a ledge and saying that this is actually going to work out?
This is gonna work out. Look at
Okay.
our roster. Look at our roster first and foremost. Look at our roster. Look at all we have. We're gonna take it all away.
I'm telling you why it's not gonna work out.
Why?
Too many amazing strip clubs in Houston.
Well, you know.
And I think that's how he got a problem in New York. That's what his problem was. The reason he accepted a trade out of New York is because he had a baby mama drama problem in Queens. Somewhere.
Yes, and which Carmelo should have never been in this situation at all. Nobody should ever be in this situation. As men, y'all have to watch y'all backs. Girls are always out to get y'all. Like, it's point blank in the motherfucking period.
Especially NBA players.
Yeah.
Especially a bitch that ain't doing nothing. You have a whole wife that's already named. Like, her name is already made before you got with her. So, legend. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Lala. That's her name.
I do feel like last year, especially in towards the end of last year, he did play horrible. I didn't feel like Carmelo put his all into the end of the season. So I hope, being around all these people in a new environment, especially in Houston with greats, he'll kind of pick up his speed, stay aggressive in the game, and maybe we could take it all the way.
All right. Well, I hope it happens because I want everyone to be wrong about Melo, just because I want everyone to be wrong.
Right. I'm staying in Texas. Do y'all think that the Spurs are going to make the playoffs this season?
Is D Rose gonna stay healthy? Cause didn't D Rose get traded to San Antonio?
No, he's on the Timberwolves now.
Oh wow.
He's on the Timber Bulls. Excuse me.
The Timber Bulls. Yeah, they're no longer the Timber Bulls.
Yeah.
Excuse me earlier for saying that wrong.
And Towns
and dang.
I think it's a guarantee.
Luol Deng from Duke.
It has to be guaranteed the Spurs are going to make the playoffs.
I think so because they made it last year without Kawhi.
Dude.
So and now they got
Aldridge,
better.
And now they have DeRozan.
Better.
Because they didn't have Kawhi last year.
All right,
I don't think
So then that means they now have a replacement.
DeRozan.
That means that they gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think so.
DeMar Rosen is not going to take Manu. Dude, Manu's gone.
Manu didn't.
Tony
look at
Parker's
his points.
gone.
Look at
Kawhi Leonard's
Tony
gone.
Parker averaged
Come
2 points
on,
last year.
man. He's still facilitating.
Kawhi Leonard did not play but 9 games last year.
But still, dude, and Manu.
And he didn't play but Manu averaged 10 points last year.
And that's 3, dude.
So that means that you literally the reason that the Spurs fell into the 5th seed last year is because they had all that dead weight in Manu. The reason that they couldn't get more than 1 game in the playoffs last year
come off the bench for
because of Manu.
Team in the league.
Manu is over there playing 27.
Ginobili.
Manu's playing 27 minutes a game, wasting people's time. That other guys could be playing and giving real production. That's what Manu's been doing for the last year.
He was on the court coach.
Yeah.
Well, he could have been on the sideline coach.
That's what I'm saying. This dude is still in San Antonio. There's a guy who can still. I mean, I just saw this Instagram post where Tim Duncan showed up to a practice playing.
Yeah, man, look, I think they're just
the culture's
fine.
still there.
And I think that people should remember the last time they didn't make the playoffs was 1996.
Well, in 2018.
Agreed. Agreed.
Not happy.
Agreed.
Shit.
Speaking of another team about to make the playoffs after not making the playoffs, the Clippers.
Next.
Okay, yeah, that was the next.
Oh, they think they're gonna make the playoffs because they just signed Lee Jenkins, Sports Illustrated writer Lee Jenkins, to an executive position, executive of research and identity.
Man, they're just handing out jobs to anyone. Can I get one of those?
I will apply to them. Where's the laptop?
Now, if you guys know anything about Lee Jenkins writes profiles on Sports Illustrated for players. He writes big-time profiles. He's very great at writing on players, like who they are, by just observing them, watching them, blase, blase. Great sports writer. Look up some of his shit, Lee Jenkins. But I don't know about this whole goddamn millennial shit where we gotta find each other's feelings and be more intuitive with each other and have a connection and see where we all lie and all this shit. Research and identity, that's what that shit is. I gotta know myself before I know my teammates. I can't be happy if I'm not happy with myself. This kind of bullshit. So you think this is going to win the Clippers a playoff spot this year?
No, I think to get over your feelings, you have to do like what any normal person would do, start wars in chat rooms online and just say a whole bunch of ignorant shit and just blow off your steam that way, start fights.
That's how I found out who I am.
Low key hire your children's kids, your children's friends, and give them money and sugary drinks and tell them, hey guys, go ham on this team, and just talk about these players right here. Talk about LeBron James, and give them video games.
Yeah, this is a play to get Kawhi Leonard next year, I think. But the thing is, the Clippers will always just be the Clippers. I mean,
Kawhi's staying with Drake in Toronto.
I believe that over the Clippers. There's no way. There's no way Kawhi Leonard is going to be a Clipper next year.
No one wants to go to the Clippers.
Dude. And no way they make the playoffs. This is the bad team.
Blake wanted to be there.
There are two other teams in California.
Blake wanted to be in Los Angeles because he wants to break into in the entertainment business.
But Blake wanted to be a Clipper.
I think he wanted to be in Los Angeles.
He can do a lot of stand-up nights in Detroit.
Man, I think it's a tough crowd in Detroit.
I think everything is tough in Detroit.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
I think the fucking air is tough in Detroit.
Yeah. And then it's like a 30-minute private jet ride to New York. He can go over there and hit about 10 spots in one night, any night. In New York, do a comedy stand-up, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
hey, man, I like that move for his entertainment career.
I think Blake Griffin is a more LA guy.
Well, yeah, because he likes fucking white women.
Hey,
now he's paying for it.
Let me tell you something.
I think
Let me tell you something about the white women in Detroit.
Women.
Tell you something about the white women in Detroit.
They tough.
But
they tough.
They sure do. They break your teeth off of one of them hoes. I'm telling you right now.
They'll fuck your ass up.
Man,
they all got little.
Anyway, I'm not gonna go into my Lions game rant.
They don't even got 22s. They got 25s.
Raises in their mouth.
So first of all, I just want to give Cree give her a chance to shout out her podcast. Thank you for coming through. Shout out.
Thank you for having me. Make sure you guys check out my podcast. Follow me on social media, Ratchet Midnite, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm on SoundCloud. So yeah, we're keeping it live for the Ratchets. So y'all check me out.
Subscribe to it right now.
Right now, or we're coming to your house and breaking your computer.
Like an Alabama fan.
Don't miss those field goals this year.
That's right, y'all. We appreciate y'all, all the YouTube listeners and all the motherfucking, well, that's all we do, YouTube. So, yeah, all you YouTube listeners, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you funky bitch. You.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't going to be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about them no more.
Genesis, the martial law everywhere. Population control now administered by police. Mothers going to the morgue late at night. The scary sheets as they sons are laying under. Officers get suspended or rewarded. Yep, the suits never ended. You can't ignore it. Our government strip us now of the privacy and the freedoms. In the city, get angels. The popo viewed as the demons. And the officers are running around, racist and strapped. Psychologically trained to shoot you right in your back. If you black, oh, is that right? Still bumping pigs when they walking up with the flashlight. And every time they gonna tell me, turn that shit off. We'll intervene you if you